Hi, my name is Rosanne. I'm the Curator of Education here at the Hastings Museum. On today's Museum Minute, we are going to talk about fingerprints. The study of fingerprints is actually called dermatoglyphics. And your fingerprints are kind of like a silent witness to a crime scene. No two fingerprints are alike, even in twins. If you look at your fingerprints, you'll see that there's a lot of little ridges on there, and it's the number, the shape, and the location of each of those ridges that makes each fingerprint unique. And each tiny little ridge has these sweat glands on there that produce the sweat, and then once you touch something, the sweat is transferred, and an impression of your fingerprint is left behind. There are 3 different types of fingerprints. There's plastic, latent, and patent. Patent are just the ones that if you touch a glass, your fingerprint are left behind, or if you put on lotion and then touch something, your fingerprints are left behind. You don't need any chemicals or equipment to see them. They're visible to the naked eye. Plastic fingerprints are in something soft like Play-Doh, and I of course picked paint. And then latent prints, you do need some special chemicals to see those. And there are 3 basic patterns of fingerprints. There are whorls, arches, and loops. And so we provided some resources on our website for you, and I'm just gonna kind of show you what those are. So one of them is the examples of the patterns, and that kind of gives you a little bit more information about each of the different ones. We've also provided a sample analysis of a thumbprint, and that will give you extra details about what to look for on a thumbprint. And then if you want to see those sort of broken down, there's this sheet as well. And then finally, we've provided a place for you to do your own fingerprints, and it might be kind of fun for your whole family to do them, and then you can do some comparison. Now, you could just do ink. If you have an ink pad at home, you can roll your finger in the ink and then just kind of roll from side to side to do each thumbprint. If you don't have any ink, I'm going to show you something that you can use that you probably do have at home that you can use to make your own fingerprints here. So you just need a pencil, some tape, probably a pencil sharpener because you're going to have to use a lot of, and then it might be kind of nice to have a magnifying glass so you can see some of those details up close. So I just have a piece of scratch paper here, and what you want to do is you want to make it really nice and dark by just rubbing your pencil back and forth on this piece of paper a little bit, and then rub your finger that you want to fingerprint all over in there. And then you can, I'll show you one here. So this is my right index finger. So I'm going to find number 2. I'm just going to go like this, and you'll see that it leaves a little print that you can look at more closely. And I do have a little wet piece of paper here so I don't transfer. So that is one way you can do it, is just keep doing that and rubbing your finger on it. Now, if you want, you can also buy loose graphite, which is what pencils are made out of, and you can get a brush and then you can dust around your house different places for fingerprints. And if you were to do that, you can lift the fingerprints really easily. Once you dust with that loose graphite on, say, a glass, you can just use your tape, and let's say this is my glass, put it on here, and then the fingerprints, you can see how my fingerprints have transferred to the tape. So you can do it like that, and then you can put that piece of tape onto a piece of paper and look at the details of the fingerprint more closely. There are going to be also some additional resources on our website that will talk to you about how to do the latent prints, and that involves some super glue and a little bit of magic, which I can't do here. But so you'll be able to look for the different types of fingerprints. So you can do latent with the glue that I just talked about. You can do patent this way I showed you, or you can do those plastic fingerprints on something like Play-Doh or another soft surface that you have. And you can just kind of flatten it out a little bit, put your finger in there, and it will, I know this is gonna be really hard to see, but it leaves a really, really good fingerprint for you to analyze more with your magnifying glass, and then using the resources we give you here to figure out exactly what is in your fingerprint. So for more digital content and educational resources, visit our website at hastingsmuseum.org or visit us on our social media channels. Thank you.